Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to...
Now, there's been a lot of noise about the proposed tax reform by the president. How do you think that is going to affect people in the new year? How would that affect Nigerians in the new year?
The first point I want to make is that most of the Nigerians that are complaining about the tax laws, they've not really settled down to understand the benefits that will accrue to each segment of the economy, or that will accrue to people, accrue to governments. That's the first problem that we have as a country. And it is not unusual to have this situation. The level of hardship, the level of poverty in town has made a lot of people to be obstinate. Whatever government is saying, nobody is listening. Because a lot of people are saying, how did we get here? How did we get here? And usually when people hear about taxes, they always think it's negative. They always think that at the end of the day, it will not be in their best interest. So the government has to do a lot of work to explain and sensitize, because the tax reform that is being proposed, if properly dimensioned and if properly studied, would result in a whole lot of benefits for our nation, for our people, for our states, the federal government, and we need to better understand what is in it for everybody. So the government has a lot of work to do in that area. But it's also important to know that that social contract between the government and the people has been abused. A lot of people believe that they're just paying these taxes and they are not getting any result for it. Now, what is government using the money for? Frivolities. The cost of governance is bloated. Each day you open the newspapers or go on social media, it's cases of people stealing, looting everywhere. So there's a disconnect between the people governed and the political class. So when the people that you are asking to pay these taxes have a negative opinion about the utilization of the revenue that the government collects, they will be, the people that are paying will stop paying. The people that are yet not in the tax net will be looking for how to avoid how to evade the tax. Some would not cooperate with the government. So it's a whole lot of sensitization that must be done, and the government must try as much as possible to bridge that social contract gap, so that when people see the benefits while they are paying tax. Our tax laws, they encourage voluntary compliance. You are supposed to approach the tax authorities and fill your forms to say, this is what I made last year, based on which you can assess me to tax. And when people don't voluntarily do that, and you have to go after them, you even incur more money trying to go after people that does not want to voluntarily pay. So if our tax laws encourage voluntarily coming over, then you must do things that makes people want to voluntarily pay, because they're getting service, they're getting value for money. So these are the issues that we can dimension why there has been resistance. Not that the tax laws are not, the reform are not good in themselves, but they must be well articulated and communicated so that everybody can see what is in it for me and you. And by the time the government is able to do that, and then people now see results, they now see how it's benefiting multinational states, benefiting businesses, the environment is cleaner, the government is fulfilling its responsibilities. Then the voluntary compliance would receive a boost. That's what I can say. The reforms are good, but people must be made to understand what they are all about, what is in it for us, and then people must see an improvement in the way government, curtails its expenditure level, social contracts,
Okay.
gap must
Yes.
be